The man suddenly discovered that Jack was tightly bitten by a wolf and couldn't move at all. He hurriedly grabbed his gun and rushed out the door. Seeing the hunting rifle, the wolf was so scared that it immediately let go. However, Jack, who had just escaped death, was not grateful at all, but instead asked him to put down the gun. Hearing this, the man was stunned on the spot. For a moment, he couldn't tell who was the prey, himself or the wolf. But as soon as he put the gun aside, what happened next made him stare in disbelief with wide eyes. His companion actually deliberately put his arm to the wolf's mouth, motioning for it to eat while it was hot. Seeing this, the wolf no longer hesitated and immediately bit down. However, Jack was not afraid at all, but instead calmly teased the other party. Seeing this scene, the man's heart, which had been hanging, finally calmed down. But no one knew what exactly happened between the wolf and Jack. Initially, the wolf was just a cub separated from the pack. It barely survived every day on the little food its mother desperately brought back. It thought that if it could just get through this winter, it would be fine. Unexpectedly, on this day, the mother wolf was attacked by a hunter while foraging for food. It gritted its teeth tightly and crawled with difficulty in the snow. It used all its strength to finally crawl to the entrance of the den. The wolf cub heard the movement and thought it was its mother coming back with food, so it hurried out to greet her. However, it saw its mother lying on the ground, barely breathing. The mother wolf held on to her last breath and looked at her beloved child. Then she stopped struggling and slowly closed her eyes. At this time, the wolf cub did not know what this meant. It just thought that its mother was too tired and fell asleep. However, as the mother's body temperature gradually dropped, the wolf cub became flustered. It hurriedly lay on its mother's body, using its own body heat to warm her up. Soon after, it started snowing heavily, and the wolf cub was shivering from the cold. It could only pray for its mother to wake up soon. However, as they were covered by ice and snow, the wolf cub, which suddenly woke up from the freezing cold, realized that its mother had left it and would never come back again. Looking at the cold corpse, the wolf cub understood that it had become an orphan. It could only express its sadness through howling. Without its mother's care, it did not know how to survive in this world. Soon, 3 days passed. The starving wolf cub knew that if it continued like this, it would starve to death sooner or later. It had to bravely go out and look for food. However, without its mother, the wolf cub had no idea how to survive. It even walked with great difficulty. It was thirsty and hungry and could only gnaw on leaves to barely ease its hunger. But this was not a solution after all, and it kept running around aimlessly. Later, it came to the lakeside to drink water, but its legs were too short to reach it. At this time, Jack also discovered this silly little guy, so he leisurely whistled and teased it. Hearing the sound, the wolf cub was stunned on the spot. This was the first time it had encountered a human.